The filter-free diary. Uh,
Good morning. It's 10:35 and I'm out here in the glorious sun, yes, and I can't see. Oh, that's great. And I'm out here thinking about, you know, the things that we don't see coming. and and sometimes we don't see them coming because we're not paying attention, right? And yeah, it could be we're busy, we're distracted, we're preoccupied with something else, and that's a good reason not to see something coming. You know, that's the premise behind looking both ways before crossing the street, so you do see it coming because you're not distracted, because you're actively involved in the scene. Another reason to not see something coming is because you're just not expecting it, right? Like maybe you think, the bus only comes at 10:30, so if you're there at 10:50, you don't expect to see the bus coming. Oh, shit. That's clever. Because you're expecting the bus at 10:30, so you're there at 10:50. And of course you're not looking out for the bus because you know it already showed up, and maybe it's not going to show up again till like 11:30, right? But then what do you do about those individuals that are not aware of the bus schedule? What do you do about that? Like if you want people to know when to expect the bus, then you have to do something about those that are just out of the loop, right? And what you can do, of course, is you can post a sign, right? Because once you post a sign, then the people that are out of the loop, they can ask and be like, well, what's with this sign? Well, this is the time that the buses actually show up. Oh, okay. So I'll come back in like, half an hour or so and expect the bus. Because signs are a great way to relay information. And if it's a sign that isn't even words, if it's a sign that's pictures, like one of the cool things here in Europe is a lot of the signs are just pictures. They're pictures. Like children crossing the street pictures, animals, wild deer pictures. There's another one, I can't think of what it was. But you don't have to be able to read the language if all the driving signs are in pictures. And that's been so helpful and really powerful. So if our signs are actually pictures, then our signs go beyond the cultural language of that area, right? That means even visitors that are coming will know, hey, that's a school, because look, those are the short people crossing the road with, ponytails in their hair and school books, So the idea of Jesus doesn't even have to be a verbal thing, right? It could just be the picture of the crucifix, and I have definitely seen a whole lot of crucifix on my way through Europe. Absolutely. In fact, I was kind of shocked that I saw so many in Greece. I was actually expecting to see, I don't know, Greek mythology and not, Christianity. But yeah, so the idea of that cross whether it has like a man on it or not, is a great sign for Christianity. A great sign. It's so iconic. I think it's recognized all over the world now, which means that whether you speak the language or not, you have the Christian bus schedule, right? Like, you know Jesus already came. You know you missed it. You know you missed the bus. And you know you're already living in paradise. You know. This is heaven on earth, right? Aren't you living in heaven? Isn't this heaven on earth? No? Is it possible they got the bus schedule wrong? Well, I guess that is possible, but why? Why would they get the bus schedule wrong? Why would they say something happened if it hadn't actually happened? I guess nobody would be looking for it, would they? Nobody would be looking for the bus if they all believe the bus showed up at 10:30 and it's now like 11:10. Nobody be looking for the bus. I used to think them saying that the holy man already came was like an error, right? Like, you fucked it up, guys. Because when the holy guy shows up, what are you going to do? Apparently not pay attention. And nobody's going to be looking. Because the bus already came. That's clever. Have a good morning.